Huh. Elemental is made out of magic, theoretically, is what I'm thinking here. And I punch things. Probably not the greatest idea.
D&D. D&D.
Casey, you ever been to Moondogs in
Say
Dubuque?
what?
You ever been to Moondogs in Dubuque?
Isn't that in the Diamond Joe, like the bar there?
No. Unless they moved it. When I went there, it was over like behind the Best Buy and that mall strip that's where that
Oh,
Chinese restaurant used to be.
I, I was thinking the Moon Bar. There's so many things named Moon in Dubuque.
Oh. It's like it's a record store and like a head shop mixed together.
Uh,
I thought you messed up the up dog joke.
what's up? What's up, dog?
Basically, one side of the walls is covered with bongs, and then they have, like the glass thing with the pipes, and then it's a bunch of milk cartons full of records, and then a wall full of music posters, if I'm remembering correct.
Sounds like a good business model.
Sounds like they knew what their target is, and they're going right for that. Get high and rock and roll, baby.
Giant posters of Bob Marley on the wall. So one thing I found out is that in the Virginia prison system, there was a group of Rastafarians who refused to cut their hair. And so because of that, they got put in solitary confinement for 25 years.
Divas.
Just
Yeah,
because they
and
wouldn't cut their hair?
yeah, because the dreads and stuff are like part of their religion of being Rastafarian. And so they refuse to cut their hair based on religious exemption. And in the prison system your hair can only be so long and stuff like that. And so they threw them in solitary confinement, and it took 25 years before the state of Virginia said, yeah, they can have an exemption for religious reasons.
But yeah, I didn't read mine down.
All right. Everybody's here. Everybody ready?
Yep.
So last session was kind of a research and I guess just kind of a task or like an errand running mission or errand running session. So you guys kind of ran around. Malin did some research on the castle and the council. Scatgram had run around and got some potions, some stuff for a flying apparatus. Batavius and I think Malin had both run back and got their weapons, right? Like you guys had got your weapons.
Yeah, we just stopped by and got the weapons and then potions.
Yeah,
But I
and
needed to. I just remembered they were potion. Which level potion were they again?
superior.
Okay,
They were
and
level
it was 3, correct?
I don't remember.
Yes, I do remember.
I know it wasn't a lot.
Yeah, I know it wasn't a lot, but I know it was like still a okay
Yeah.
amount, which I think
Um,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good. Matavius, did you happen to make those weapons yourself, or do I need to make those for you at some point?
I started to do the customized thing, but I wasn't sure if that was okay or not.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can add it. Otherwise, I can do it later. I mean, I'm not gonna do it today, but I can do it at like work someday.
Superior. 3.
Some days I'm
Um,
gonna make you cry.
what was that?
Nothing. It was something totally completely irrelevant.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it was kind of just a fact finding and errand running um, session. So you guys had woken up in the new day. I believe when we had left off last. So it is the start of a new day. What would you guys like to do? I think you had a few more things you still needed to get done or wanted to get done.
So, are we actually getting some of these things from the artificer to fly? I was
Yeah, I
pretty sure
bought
we were going
yours.
to. Oh, you
We
did?
already,
Okay.
yeah, we already paid for them. We just have
Okay.
to. That's one of the things we're waiting on.
No, it was
Okay.
ready for pickup at the end of the day yesterday, so we picked them up already.
Oh, what are we waiting on?
I don't know.
I don't know if you guys had any. Yeah, I might have. We might have wrapped it up. I just couldn't remember exactly where we were at.
Should probably
had
put
all
that
my-
in my inventory though.
I have all my mats picked up. That's where I went.
Oh yeah, weren't we gonna test Scatgram's thing this morning before we left?
Oh yeah, his propeller and wings thing. So what was the name of the flying device? I'll add it to my inventory so I remember it now. I didn't add it before.
I mean, you could just put like Bobble Flying Machine or something along those lines.
Yeah, I'll just put in flying machine.
Yeah.
Add custom item. Oh, stupid inventory manager. Give me my stupid custom
While we work on that, I'll let everyone know. The other day I would have talked about this, but I didn't have information, but we'll mention it today over breakfast. I read a book, talked about the history of the console. It kind of seemed like the console was really big back in like the original forging of it and everything. Kind of seems what happened is over the years, people were slowly kind of forced out of it democratically, so it seems like they were elected out. And it kind of just seemed like that kind of came more and more with like them not being there enough. You know what I mean? Like, because everyone wanted to be kind of like centralizing Gigadanes, and not every faction seemed to really want that 100%. And slowly over time, they got elected out. Some of the ones that were forced out of the council, like were the Draconic Smiths, the Lord's Alliance, the Eldritch Wardens, the Dreamweavers, and a few and others, but those are like kind of our main ones. The political climate has become somewhat inbred to the point that it is difficult to have your guild be on the Council of Seven without some sort of corruption. That's kind of what I got from the gist of my book.
You said the console is inbred?
It would appear that way.
Inbred in the way that like there's like the people who are in the console will assist others in trying to keep their power because they know how it will work. Kind of like how like the current political system, like you would say, is almost inbred, where like
Kind of like how Chuck
families are in
Grassley's
it.
son will be
Yeah, like how
replacing him.
how it's like families and stuff like that are the ones who do it, but like, or it's like oh, you scratch my back, like I'll scratch yours and try and keep you in, like I'll make sure that I'm on your side if you're on my side, type of thing. And so it's like it's hard to get into the inner circles is what I mean by
So
I
it's
will admit,
not brother and sister loving.
that. No.
Okay.
maybe also some of that. I also read it as that, but your point makes a lot more sense.
Okay, some
But yeah,
clarification was nice.
it kind of seems mostly like it was slowly democratically made that way, and then probably got very much more corrupt.
To figure out how people see the console nowadays, like, are they pretty much genuinely
Uh,
like hated, or are people pretty like, I don't know, indifferent about them?
Oh,
No idea. We'd have to ask people.
I just thought of the word instead of inbred. It's nepotism.
Yeah, I mean, you could say that.
Plus,
Oh, I was just curious if you found out any of that in your research or not either, but that's fine.
no, the book I read was just supposed to be about the history and the formation.
Okay.
But you have a good point. We could go around asking people generally how they feel about them.
I feel
mean-
like right now that's probably not like the biggest of concerns, so you put that on the back burner. Have you mentioned the stuff about the elementals and the eagles already to all of us in the party?
Yeah,
I
I
was
mentioned what.
I was
Go ahead.
thinking, now that we have an idea of what we might be facing in trying to take over the castle in the sky, maybe we should go back to that guy and renegotiate the award amount. Mostly because originally I thought we were getting 10,000 gold a person, not 10,000 gold altogether. So I'd like more money. I mean, is that something that you guys would find acceptable to do, or is that did you just want to go to the castle and fight stuff and then negotiate afterwards, depending on how much of a pain in the butt it was to actually do stuff?
I mean, oh, I was gonna say if we take over the castle, technically we have the flying castle and can negotiate pretty much whatever we want, right? Like, who's gonna come stop us if we're flying around in a castle?
Well, I mean, that's not like the good way to do business.
I know, but I mean, like, if we go in and try to negotiate and like he doesn't give us what we want, like, all else fails, we got the flying castle. So
Yeah, I
it's
guess
just
that's
like
true.
aren't we supposed to be getting paid like a percentage of whatever that mine we helped clear out was making? I haven't seen anything from it, and I'm broke as shit, dude.
Been a month.
Yeah, that was a monthly thing. It is not quite been a month.
I
'Cause they-
feel like it's
they
only been
gave
like
you-
3 weeks at most. I don't think it's even that long.
I can actually tell you. I've been tracking it. It's been
1 week
5 and a
since you
half
looked at me.
5.5 weeks since you guys started this adventure. Or no,
Since
sorry,
what-
since you arrived in Shkeki.
Is
In a
it
month,
how long is a month if it's been 5.5 weeks?
6 weeks.
Oh, okay.
But they also gave you the first months before they made anything as like a gesture of goodwill.
Man, you've lost your first month payment. Damn.
I'm broke as shit, dude.
Hey, if it
Cole, what
makes
were you
you
gonna
feel
say about the
better.
castle?
At this rate, by the next time I get paid from that damn mine, I'm gonna be an old man.
Oh,
Sorry, did you have a question, Malin? I missed it. If you had a question.
I think Cole was gonna say something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I think that we wanna. I don't think it's worth going back and rehashing the deal. I don't think anything that would be on the table would be satisfactory for us if what we're expecting was like 60,000 gold and instead we're getting 10,000 gold. I mean, that was what the deal sounded like to me back when it was offered a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I think if we you know, if we're gonna renegotiate the terms, then yeah, we come in with how hard it was for whatever, you know, and ask for like hazard pay.
That's fair. So basically, today we're throwing Scatgram off a cliff.
Hell yeah.
All right, I can get behind that. All right, Scatgram, take us to where you want to go. Show off your flying apparatus. Dazzle all of us with your ability to fly now.
I haven't even put together yet. I just got all the supplies.
Oh, you still
So
gotta
you
build
were
it?
gonna build it on the road, or
Oh, I hadn't.
are we
I thought
staying?
I gotta build it. You know, I thought we had because we had ended that day right when we got done shopping and that the last session. So I gotta build the damn thing now.
How long's that gonna take?
It shouldn't take me more than a couple hours.
Well, that's fine.
It's not gonna be that hard. I mean, just take the string here, loop it over the wood, wrap this leather here, loop here.
I mean, we can
That's
help you,
about-
Scatgram.
I don't trust your fat fingers to mess with my
Oh, okay.
brilliant machinery here.
Wow.
As I'm just take my stuff and head upstairs as the inn and working on it, just up there. And about an hour or two later, I'll come back down with it, and it just looks like the I don't know how many of you guys have seen like the original artwork for the ornithopter for Magic,
I have.
kind of like that, but just even shoddier. Just like this, like you can tell that the leather I didn't pull it straight all the way through all down enough. The string is or the rope is kind of shoddily put together. Come down there with my handles and on my arms. I'm sitting there flapping it and just grinning like ear to ear, huge grin as I have this leather cap on with this little bitty propeller on the top of it that's spinning around, kind of looking like one of the Bobbsey twins on like an old pilot's helmet. There. All right. Where's the place we can try this out, you think?
I would imagine it'd probably be somewhere outside of town. Unless there's like a cliff in town.
Did,
I don't.
did I already have you roll Scatgram for this then?
No, you have not.
When you're making okay. Justify a skill to me. And then if I agree with the justification, you can roll that skill. I've got a few in mind.
I got one.
But I'll let you see if you can make that justification for making this.
It's called religion because he's gonna be praying while he's falling.
Well, my right now, first off, would be sleight of hand, just because of having to use my hands in order to make sure that the rope is going through and doing the craft work that needs to be done with it to be able to bend the wood, pull the leather over, and still be able to have the dexterity in my hands in order to hold that there while grabbing the next supply to get it all tethered together.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that was one of them that I was thinking you could use. So, yeah, go ahead and roll for me.
22.
Okay. All right.
So, well, I walk up to the barkeep, and I had my arms and my wings. I just kind of like flapping them a little bit in front of him. Hey, you got any idea where I can test out these bad boys at here?
Sorry, let me see. You guys are at the Wandering Boot, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
He looks at you and he's just like, well, you could probably. I mean, there's some hills around here, some small hills. Are you looking for somewhere higher, or I guess I'm not sure how high you're trying to test this from.
Well, I just need a place I can jump off slightly and dip down just enough and then lean back and soar like an eagle. So maybe 20, 30 feet.
I mean, besides the hills in the area, you may be able to go to the tree market just outside and jump off of that.
I'm gonna look around at you guys here and just kind of like, what do you guys think? Type of expression on my face and still grinning. You know, proud of my achievement of what I've created. Well, guys, what do you think? Should we go out to the tree market and give it a go?
Are you sure you only want 20 or 30 feet? Not a little higher?
Oh, if it works, it works. And I don't need to go real high because we're not gonna be able to jump off necessarily a cliff to get up to where we need to go for this castle. So I gotta have as low as I can get and get that lift.
He does make a good point.
Well, we need enough area for you to get the proper speed, Graham. Because I know one of the tests is you getting thrown, but another one is you're probably trying to, run your speed up, right?
Oh, we can work on this. We just gotta figure out first if it will actually fly. Me running fast enough. I know I can run fast.
If we find an opening, I can open up my portal and you can climb in and jump out of it.
Anywhere you want to go, Scat Grab, we'll go with you. Sorry about that.
Let's just find a decent enough place then. Let's start looking around. I'll start heading to the door, and as I approach the door, I kind of run into it with my arms outstretched still from the wings. I'm like stuck there for a couple seconds, and then I had the epiphany of turning sideways and crab walking out of it.
Was it necessary for you to crab walk, or was that just the only option you saw?
That's the only option I saw.
Well, this should be good.
Malin and Droop are going to follow along.
Okay. So you guys head out there to the tree to Siren's walking market.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Okay. Yeah, so how do you guys walk out there? I mean, a lot of people are just like kind of staring at you, obviously, as you like walk around town. And as you kind of just kind of walk around, and like as you're walking out there, or even as you get to the the, the market itself, um, it's you get a lot of stares, and like people are kind of like watching around, and I mean, as you get ready at the market itself, people just kind of gather around to like see what's gonna happen. It's like like they a lot of people have the sense about them to kind of be able to tell like this doesn't look like it'll probably work, but I mean, if it does, that'd be cool to see too, I guess.
How high up is this tree market?
I mean, it would be that like 30 feet, like you were asking for. Like it's on big stilts. Like I think I put a picture in the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And so like it's high enough that it's like annoying-ish to get into, but like not high enough that it would like deter people from getting in.
I'm just looking at lethal. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for non-lethal jumping.
Yeah, no, this would not be lethal even with max damage on you.
Okay, that was my main
Go
concern.
higher.
All right, I'm gonna like find a wide enough place there and look around and kind of just prepping myself. And I guess I want to step back about 20 feet
Okay.
if I can find the 20-foot runway. And I'm running. And as I get close to the end, I'm putting my arms straight out and jumping.
This is where the
Okay.
magic happens.
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. It is well enough built that it's not at disadvantage, but it wasn't well enough built that you get advantage. Okay. So
Dion, can I ready my radiant what's it called? My radiant soul, so I can fly out and grab him if it looks like things are going wrong.
yeah, I mean, like, you know that it's only 30 feet, so you don't think it would be lethal to him.
All right.
But yeah, you can certainly ready that if you want.
Okay.
And you do see him like running. Like everybody watches him running, and as he is running to the edge, he's getting ready to like jump, but he mistimed his steps. Skagir mistimes his steps, and his foot like half slips off the edge, his first foot, and so he like kind of like fumbles as he goes, and like he doesn't actually get his wings spread out. His wings kind of like stay in his arms, so he just like kind of like nosedives straight into the ground. And so he just like ends up nosediving straight into the ground. Are you going to do anything, uh, Cole?
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that I was readying for. So I'm gonna pop Radiant Soul, and wait, hold on. What is maybe? Yeah, I mean that's what I said I readied. So and I'll swoop down, catch Scatgram, and bring him back up to the
Okay.
cliff.
Okay.
Maybe a second go at that might be a good plan.
But you didn't see that. I was flying. I got back up here all by myself, right?
It was certainly something to behold. I think, but I think it'll be even more majestic the second time.
All right. I just kind of do a little shrug of my shoulders, so that just try to psych myself up to try again. I step back another 20 feet. All right, here we go. One more shot here. I'm gonna again run,
Yeah, go.
and this time about 5 feet back. I'm gonna put my arms out instead of waiting until the last moment at least.
Okay.
And we'll see if anything. 14.
Okay. So you do get your arms out this time before, and you have a decent enough jump. But you're not really flying in the way that you would expect to, even if you try and flap your arms a little bit. But you do notice that you're not falling as fast as like you would in a dead free fall. And so you end up kind of gliding down. Like you're still falling faster than a normal glide. But you are able to land. Um, I guess I guess Cole, are you reacting? You see him falling, but it's not at a speed that you would normally free fall at.
I've still got Radiant Soul going. It's still within a minute,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
I will like fly it beside him, I guess, and like we'll kind of like do a whole Peter Pan you can fly sort of thing. Um,
Okay.
and I'll intervene if he's gonna die, but this time
Yeah.
he's kind of on his own.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, that it's not like far enough that he hits the ground, he's going
Yeah.
to die, but it's it could still hurt. And so eventually, like I said, you're falling at a pace that's faster than an actual I guess like a parachute would stop you, or like a glider would stop you, but you're not falling at quite the rate of free fall. And so you do end up hitting the ground eventually. Um, and then you take so when you hit the ground, you end up taking 7 points of damage.
All right. I just kind of grunt and moan as I hit the ground. Stupid wings. Well, they're working. I try to reach up to my head to spin the propeller, but I can't reach it. Oh, maybe this isn't the way. Maybe Mountain's right with the damn potions.
Do I gotta throw you and see if it works?
I'm on the ground. I don't know where you're
Are you, as I say, are you yelling that down?
I'll land
Mal's
next
gonna-
to him and do my healing hands. I'll touch him and restore 7 hit points.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mal's
I
gonna
yell
run
that
up.
down at him. Do I gotta throw you next?
Cole, you think that's gonna work? I mean, I can fall slower, but
To you, my friend, how confident you're feeling? Did you feel the proverbial wind beneath your wings? If you want to give it one more go, I'll fly you back up there. But I think that might be all that I've got in me. We don't have much time left before I'm climbing back up with you.
let's let the big loot throw me and see if that works.
All right, I will grab him, and I think just ballparking things. I think this will be the last thing I can do with my radiant soul wings before they run out.
Okay.
And I'll plop him back, plop Scarecrow back up on the top of it, and kind of plop myself down too as my wings flicker out and disappear.
Okay.
All right. Before you throw me, I need someone to make sure the propeller is working. I got the wings. I had the speed. I don't know if the propeller was working.
Do you want me to check the propeller to see if it's working?
Yeah, I see the spins. I just kind of tilt my head towards you.
And then I flick it and see if it spins. Looks like it's working to me.
All right. Well, I guess the last thing is to have you throw me.
All right, let's get ready for the Fast Skack special.
It's the most disturbing sounding way to say that.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Jeepers.
This is not looking good for me no matter what.
I
You have a +8.
Okay. Scarecrow, go ahead and make your roll.
19.
Okay. So Morning Lord grabs you and like he like kind of is closer to the edge, but even being as close as he is, he's still about like 10 foot back because you wanted to make sure you had enough speed off the edge. He barely clears the ledge with you, so like your toes like almost scrape the edge of the tree as you fall down, but you have your wings at the ready, and you're able to like glide down. this time, like you have it, and you're able to like glide down and kind of control it. It certainly is still a fall, like you're still falling, but it's the most like flying you've been able to achieve so far. And you're able to glide down to the ground uh, relatively safely. Like, you know, you got like minor scrapes and scratches and stuff like that from like hitting the ground because you still haven't figured out how to land necessarily. But, you know, you're not, it wasn't a free fall of any sort.
So as I land, I'm gonna just stand up, throw my arms straight up in the air. Yes, I flew! I flew!
All right, looks like the secret sauce is me throwing him.
I don't know if we call that flying. That's I where am I again? Am I on the ground or am I up in the tree?
That's, I guess, for your decision. Where were you?
I'm gonna be on the ground and I'm gonna run up to Scatgram as he was yelling, I was flying, and I'm gonna go, Scatgram, that might not be flying, but falling with style.
What are you talking about? Propeller worked, wings worked, landed perfectly. I flew.
Yes, but all you did was fall from there to here, but safely. You didn't go anywhere. Does that make sense?
Damn it. And like this, the realization just hits me that I didn't actually go upward at all the whole time. It's like just the most disappointed face ever. Like someone kicked my pet wolf that I had for like a day.
But think about this, Scatgram. If you fall off the castle, maybe it's a safer fall. Maybe.
I guess. Let me get this crap off. I'm just kind of sitting there trying to get the wings and everything off, and I was just sit there kind of disappointed that I couldn't get to work the way I wanted it to. But at least I got the potions, I guess. I mean, I can still fly, just not my way.
I mean, you can always wear the suit, drink the potion, you know, make yourself feel a little bit better in the moment.
So, what you guys' plan?
That's a good question. What's our plan?
Did we ever hear about the location of the castle from that people yet?
I don't think we checked to see if there were any more updates. We just got the old positions.
So we got our supplies, we got our flying stuff. What
I
else
think
do we
all
have to do?
we need is just the location to go to the castle. So I guess we go back and talk to the dude and ask where the last seen location of the castle is, and then go to the castle. Just floating
plan.
in the sky.
All right, let's do it.
All right, we leave the big city and we go back to the tree city.
We're gonna go
That's where
talk
we're
to
at.
Siren.
Yeah, he's in the tree city, right?
Yeah, broker of eons.
Are we? Wait, were we in the
That's
tree
right.
city?
Yeah, that's what I was jumping off of.
Oh, I thought it was like a different tree. Never mind. I guess we're in the tree city now. We just gotta go find the dude.
Well, as they say, if you're looking for him, you'll find him.
Guess I'll take
Sorry,
my
I'm still muted.
wings underneath my arm and guess walk with Malin back up into the tree.
Okay. So you guys, uh, like, where do you guys go to look for him, or do you guys like just try and head to his office? This is where you met him last time, or what?
Go to his office.
Okay. Um. Okay. So you guys like head up there, and obviously, the guards kind of stop you, and they, ask what business you have.
We've been tasked to acquire the castle in the sky, and we're trying to get the last known location.
Okay. They go talk to him real quick and come back down, and they're like, he'll meet with you, and so they lead you up there, and he greets you, and he's just, how can I help you?
You said when we were ready, you would give us the last known location of the castle in the sky so we can go take it over.
Uh, I uh, I haven't been informed that it has moved yet. Uh, from our indications, until it feels, I guess, for lack of a better term, under threat, it doesn't seem as though the castle does move. So whether its threat is considered being known and it hasn't discovered that we know where it's at, or if somebody's up there themselves, that's kind of as far as what we know. Um, as what we know of how it works. So right now, it seems to be where we had previously stated that it was a couple days ago.
All right, well, that seems good. We'll head out now. We have, I believe, all of the provisions that we need to get up there.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else that you may need from me now that you've had some time in order to assist you?
Can we get provisions?
What kind of provisions are you looking for?
Um, we used the horses to get here, correct? Would we still have those horses from the Lord's Alliance?
Yeah, I mean, unless you took them to the Lord's Alliance, like, because you know that there's still going to be Lord's Alliance in Gegadane.
Yeah.
But
I
if you hadn't taken them to them specifically, then
Mhm.
you would still have them.
Okay, so I think all we need are like food provisions, I would say. I know we don't keep track of that, but like
Yeah.
in conversation, I think that the only thing we would need would be food provisions for the journey. Unless anyone else thinks we need stuff. Because he already supplied us with what he would supply us, our health potions, so I don't know what else to
Good.
ask for.
Modern Lord don't need nothing except for something to smash with his mace. A light bringer.
Um, he he looks at you and he's just like, yeah, I can provide you with some rations for your trip there and back. And I'm not sure how long it'll take for you to clear the castle, but I'll provide an extra day or two just in case. Um, he says he just tells you like go talk to the general goods supplier, and gives you a note with his seal on it for some rations. And then just anything else I can help you with?
I'm good.
That one's good if everyone else is good.
He just goes, okay, well, good luck, and I look forward to meeting with you again. This should be a prosperous adventure for both of us.
Absolutely. And mounts and head towards the general goods.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you get to the general goods store. I know I have. But they greet you. I mean, I assume you hand them the
Mountain
note.
greets him back, says, "Hi, I'm Malin." Hands him the note, explains the situation. We're going to we're going on an adventure for Siren. Gave us this note. Get a few rations for our time.
And they just, they don't have any qualms. Like they look at it, they know siren signature, everything of that nature. So they get that ready for you, hand them to you.
Well, thank you. And that's all I need. You look towards the party. Anyone need anything from the general goods store before we head out? Nobody needs anything for like spells or anything.
I've got all my components, so
Mountains and then uh I guess as we walk out of the general goods store, if nobody else get anything, he's gonna go, well, you guys think we should leave now since it's only midday or like a little, not too late? Or you guys
well,
want to wait till the morning?
I would wait. I would vote for waiting till the morning because then I can actually fly again. Since I was trying to keep an eye on Scatgram, make sure that he didn't, careen to his death or anything like that. Which thankfully he didn't, thanks to his own ingenuity and skill. So kudos to that. Nevertheless, um, we can save ourselves a potion or something, um, if we can rest for the night.
Yeah.
You guys do know that it would, they've told you that it would be a couple days travel. So
Okay, then never mind.
yeah. So if you guys did leave now, like you would have time to set up and rest at some
Okay. Then I rescind my previous statement.
All right. Sounds like no qualms for leaving now then, right? Let's go head to the ponies and head out.
Heck
I
yeah.
hope over away.
I guess we gather up the horses and everything and then look at the map quick to know our general direction of where we will be heading, right? Then head out.
Okay. Yeah, it takes a couple days, a few days for you to get there, but um there's no major incident that you guys aren't able to handle on your way there. It is getting dark though on the last day when you guys are about 5 to 10 miles out. Like you wouldn't be able to get there by with any light left if you had made it to the castle. Um, and so it could also just be difficult to find in the dark. So would you guys like to stop there, or are you guys going to continue on towards the castle and camp closer to the castle?
Might as
What
well
would you guys like
stop
to do?
here, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no real reason to like push ourselves too hard before we get to the castle. So
Especially since there's probably gonna maybe be something that we have to deal with before we fly up there or while we're flying up there, Does that make sense? In the dark, we might not be able to see that.
Okay. Um. Okay. So you guys uh do and you guys end up camping. Um. And who's gonna take watch?
I'll
First,
take who took first?
I did.
I'll take second watch.
Okay. Go ahead, Cole. Sorry, and roll a perception check for me.
19.
Okay. And then, yeah. Okay. So you're on watch, Cole, and as you're on watch, you start to hear some noises off to, off coming from the area of the castle, like the direction that the castle would be. And so you head over there, or so sorry, you don't head over there. So you hear these noises coming from them, and you hear them like heading towards you. And what would you like to do?
So it sounds like it's heading in my direction.
Yeah.
Um,
And it doesn't seem like whatever it is like trying to be particularly quiet.
yeah. God, I have dark vision.
Most of you guys do.
Yes, I do. Okay. So could I reasonably try to spot it, or was that like my perception pretty much is everything that I've got all the information?
No, your perception just allowed you to like start to hear it and stuff. So like you
Okay.
want to try and like
I guess,
perk
like,
up and see what you can see.
investigation or perception again, or
Well, so I'm just trying to make sure I understand what you want to do.
I want
So
to
now-
scope out what's coming in and try to suss out if it's a threat.
Okay.
And if it is it a Cole can handle this on his own threat, or is it a rally the troops threat?
Okay. So as you as you like start to look and kind of hide around, you see a group of 5 heading towards you. And as they kind of get closer to you, uh, you kind of can make out uh, who they are, or I guess what they are. And you do see a human, a dwarf, a centaur, a warforged, and a loxodon all kind of together, walking towards you. They look semi-familiar, and they are not making any. I assume you guys have a small campfire or something, and so they're kind of making their way towards that, like with no regard to like the noise that they're making.
I will like hail them.
They look over at you, or they kind of you acknowledge them, and you see the human comes to the lead, young adult male, and as they approach you, you do kind of see who they are a little bit better. Like you still don't really know who they are, but you do remember where you saw them, and these were the guys who were always being shady at the bar in Giga Days.
Okay.
Um,
I will call out to them and in a loud voice to I don't want to say with the goal of disturbing the party, but like to wake up anyone who's a light sleeper. But like, are the 5 of you looking for a place to a campfire to sit around? You're welcome over here if you put down arms and are friendly.
okay. So you,
But like the five of you, I'll really try to
yeah.
punch the 5 of you.
Yeah. Sure. Let's do this. Everybody can roll, except for Cole since he's up. I guess it would be perception.
I
Oh, I perceived very much.
roll a 25.
Okay, so Droop, Oneat, Felidor, and Matavius. All do hear Cole call out, like it kind of wakes you up, arouses you from your sleep. So Oneat and Droop kind of get up and peek out, just kind of see what the commotion is. I mean, like they'll come out of their tents or wherever they're staying. And what do you, Matavius, and you, Felidor, do?
Let's see what I do.
How far is Cole away from us?
I mean, he's like in the camp, so I mean, I don't think did you go
15
very
feet.
far out, or how far did you go out, Cole?
I probably stood up with the behind the campfire so that the light is like bouncing off of me and kind of waved at them.
Okay,
So I'm
yeah,
still in camp.
yeah. So he's right there with you guys. Like you'd be able to see him if you stayed in your tent and opened up your tent.
Okay. What are you doing, Felder?
I'm gonna pretend to be asleep, but ready myself for action in case I need it. Like, well, I guess I'm in a tent, so I don't really need to like pretend I'm sleeping, but I'm just gonna like quietly prepare myself inside of my tents for action.
Okay. Matavius?
I'll probably grab my bow and then, or just I would come out of the tent,
Okay.
you know, as quick as I could, and then get my bow kind of like, you know, if I need to get it ready,
Okay.
and go stand by Cole.
So they continue to walk towards you, Cole, and they're like, he just looks at you and he's like, what are you doing out here? It's not many faces I see out here this late at night. What are you guys doing out in the woods like this?
We've made camp. Um,
Well, I can see you made camp, but
yeah,
I mean,
we're
what
on a
brings you out?
job. We're
A
on a
job.
job.
What kind of job would bring you clear out here off the beaten path like this?
Well, we're adventurers. I'm sure you can appreciate two things. Number one, work takes you in odd directions. When night falls, you got to make camp where you find shelter. Number two, some jobs require a little bit of discretion. So I take it as quite the kindness if we let sleeping dogs lie.
Well, I'm just curious as to where you're headed. Not many people, we like to explore a little bit, and we don't run across many people in these areas. So
That's quite
I'm just
fair. And I'm for the same reason I'm curious about you lot. But you'll notice that I haven't pried into your business. I've done you the courtesy of not prying into your business. Instead, have offered you a seat by this nice, comfortable fire.
they take you up on your offer. I mean, they're still a little hesitant as to what you're doing out here and why you would be out in the woods, but they do say, well, we appreciate it. Maybe we can talk a little more around the campfire.
If as we're chatting, if they start pressing, I'm going to suggest, though never suggest or imply, that we're basically doing a bounty hunting mission, and this is where we're just following the where the trail led us. My thought is somebody in at the capital city planted a magical tracker on a guy, gave us the thing that tracks the magical tracker, and we're just following it wherever it goes. And that's the story I'll try to allude to, but I'm gonna be pretty as tight-lipped as I can get away to. But that'll be my like backup of like, why are you out here? I don't know. It's where the magic compass told me.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, they're kind of, like they look at you, a little bit, and you, Matavius, you're out there, right? And Droop is out there, and Oneat is out there. And I mean, obviously, as the conversation starts to continue, the rest of you do wake up a little bit, but like you kind of see the guests, I guess, for lack of a better term, kind of like start whispering a little bit to each other, and and then all of a sudden they're like, I think I recognize you three, and they point to you, Matavius, Cole, and Droop, and they're just like, you guys were at the one of the bars and Gigadings during the competition. Yeah, you guys were the ones who won, weren't you?
I suppose my reputation precedes me.
We frequent many bars.
I mean, I think I would recognize the winners of this year's most prestigious cooking award. I mean, you don't have to be so tight-lipped with it. You know, we kind of know. You guys got some of that great cooking available?
Well, of course not. The secret was Tuberin. He was our ace up the sleeve. We're nothing without him.
That guy's a little strange sometimes.
That would be true, but I'll whip out whatever I can for you if you're feeling a bit peckish.
Yeah, and anything would be nice. And they kind of look at each other and they're like, "So you picked up a new friend along the way?" And they kind of point to Oni. And he doesn't say much. He's just like, "Yep, I travel with them now." And then by this time, the rest of you kind of do hear the commotion going on outside. And you guys have had some like general conversation, like pleasantries, but nothing over the top. Like you recognize them from being like suspicious and weird at the bar, and they recognize you from winning the largest cooking competition in the country. So,
that's good.
So, I'll put out a let's see. No, that gives me something.
He's gonna put out a fancy ration.
I will, yeah.
One super fancy ration, please.
Yeah, what do I roll for cooking?
I think it's like a performance, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds
And
right.
and then you get like +1 or +2 or something from having the Epicurean star.
Yeah, something like that. I'm double checking because apparently I didn't carry it over somehow from my
Oh, from your other guy.
my old character. But yeah,
I thought that
or
was
no, it's
only
just in the
when
wrong.
you
I did. It's
had
just
it.
in the wrong spot.
He does have the real
I
one.
do. Yeah, I do.
Oh,
We gave what's his name the fake one.
Right.
gotcha.
All right. So yeah,
Call me the sneaky one.
let's roll
Who's gonna
performance.
steal it?
Yeah, +1 to
No,
charisma and advantage on
nat 20. That's a
Okay.
26, people.
Woo!
Beautiful.
That's some good food.
So yeah, so basically I take out some trail rations, which is basically like cornmeal, and water, and I start boiling it together, and get a like a poker, pull out some of the coals, put a pot over it, and while the cornmeal is boiling, I find an egg that I scavenged earlier or something, and some herbs and things, and a little bit of this dried trail rationy sausage, and kind of mix it all up and basically make like a trail ration grits, with a gently fried egg on top, and spoon it out in a couple of bowls. For everyone, and just kind of yeah, there you go. It's really good for being mush.
Okay. And are you going like with the full effect of using the star? I'll let you make this choice because
Yeah.
technically, if you cook for allies, you can give them temp HP.
Oh, theirs is okay. How long?
Are these people considered allies at the moment?
That's why I'm letting him determine if he would want to use it. But he does. I mean, yeah, like you could just say like you just wanted to cook good food. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think
But
I don't
if
think
you
I'm
like
gonna
wanted
give
the
everyone-
benefits of temp HP,
I'd have to give it to
then
them because I'm
yeah.
treating them like allies. All right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna infuse it with the
Okay.
with the magic of the Epicurean star.
I mean, so they they kind of grab it, and I mean they're literally eating it up, and they're just like, this is fantastic. No wonder you guys won that competition. I don't know that Junebron had as much to do with it as you're saying.
Oh, you do me honor. I imagine the what's the elephant guy called? What's their species called?
Loxodon.
Oh, Loxodon.
Loxodon, yeah, that's it. Loxodon, like it reminds him of home somehow, and he's kind of like taking his trunk, and like he's got a little kerchief and is dabbing his eyes a little bit, just like Mom used to make. Like, oh, you're too kind. You're too kind. But yeah, you gotta, team marches on its stomach, they say. So you got to keep everyone well fed and fat and happy. Is what my dad used to say.
Hey, we understand that one. So we appreciate this, and so you guys, anybody who's not currently out here, but you guys did rouse to this. What are you guys doing?
Malin went back to sleep.
Okay, so you just
I mean, he knows that he has second watch, and like he heard stuff, but nobody has like yelled or like came to get him. So he's like, it's probably okay. So he's gonna go back to sleep, waiting for his shift.
okay.
I want some of this food.
Yeah, I'd say there's enough to go around.
Okay, so Morning Lord wakes up to the smell of the food that you're cooking, and decides to have a late night meal.
I put a little bit of I cut off um, some salt pork and fry it up and add that to his bowl.
Oh, nice. I like me some salted pork.
Salty, salty pork.
Okay. Skaka, I'm gonna look we've heard from you.
You say Onit's out there now too, right?
Yeah, Oni went out there right like
Yeah.
he went out there. He didn't really wake you up. Didn't want to.
I'm gonna open the tent flap. What the hell's all this commotion out here, Onit? Come on, man. You know I need to get my sleep. I can't keep on like this.
We have some guests.
Who the hell has a guest at this time of night? I'm gonna kind of like rubbing the sleep in my eyes and looking over towards where everyone's at by the campfire eating. What the hell's going on? I'll slowly make my way over there.
As you can see, we've got some guests coming.
What? Couldn't they at least wait until we are all awake? I mean, come on. I wanted some sleep here. We got a lot to do.
The guy who has kind of made himself seem the de facto leader, kind of pipes up and he's like, yeah, we saw the fire off in the distance and don't see many visitors around while we're scavenging the forest. So we were a little confused, wanted to make sure you guys weren't lost, and we could see if we could help you.
I mean, does it look like we're lost? I mean, we're set up camp, we're sleeping. I don't even know anymore.
I mean,
I trail off with a grumbling.
I mean, a lot of people would set up camp if they're lost. It's maybe one of the smart things to do, so that way you don't freeze to death.
So kind of look around. Like, well, I'm sure they told you we're not lost. I mean, we're going on our way.
On your way?
Yeah, we're following things and trying to find stuff.
Well, maybe we can help you find these stuff.
Great point of view, but as I mentioned before, this is sort of a close to the chest kind of job.
I'm just gonna look over at him real quick and just pineapple.
You looked at them and said that?
Yeah.
You're looking for some pineapple?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Pineapple.
I'm gonna chime in and kind of like grimacingly like say our business is our own, like Cole said.
Hey, we're just trying to be friendly. You guys showed us some hospitality. We'd like to show you some hospitality and maybe assist if we can, if there's anything that we can do to help you.
We appreciate the assistance. It's just our employers, like I said, demanded some pretty high degrees of discretion on this one, so we're gonna have to remain tight-lipped.
They just look at you and they're like, "Oh, we appreciate the hospitality. I guess we better head back to our camp and turn in from the night. We know you guys. Well, we at least hope you're not going to. Don't have any ill intentions towards us in the middle of the night. We've got none towards you, so we just want to make sure that stays the way that way.
I'll be perfectly frank. I'm a little tired. I've been on watch here since we broke camp, so I'm looking forward to getting a little shut eye. So I imagine you all are the same. You're in the same boat. So I suppose if we see ya, we'll see ya, and if we don't, Godspeed.
Well, we appreciate it, and once again, that food is second to none. Second to none.
Well, I appreciate that. Maybe after all this adventuring, I can retire and open a nice little shop.
All right, and so they get up and head out. And then, I mean, with that though, I guess everybody else, what are you guys gonna do now that they are gone?
I'm going to say that was weird, right? Like, am I the only person who thinks that was weird?
No, it was weird. They're probably, on some sort of I don't know, a similar mission seems doesn't seem accurate, but they've got their own business, and I'd be surprised if it turns out that this is the last we see of them. I have a feeling we're going to be, bumping into each other here and there.
Maybe we should be more careful in the future when we set up camp. Felidor, don't you have spells and stuff that help us when we're camping to make us more not detected?
I actually do.
Maybe we should start using those in the future.
Told you we should have talked to Siren and told him to give us a code word.
Oh,
Yes. Didn't remember the pineapple thing.
Wait, who was supposed to remember the pineapple thing?
Well, I brought it up. I thought you guys would remember. I just remember pineapples.
I don't remember the pineapple thing.
A code word. So we knew who our allies would be out here. If Siren sent anybody else out with them. But I don't know. I mean, we did get the information of the map from those guys there. And it was what told us where this castle's at and been, so
So our allies are supposed to know the code word pineapple for this part of the adventure, or is that what you're saying?
no, we should have had a code word like pineapple.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's smart. Maybe we'll have to do that next time too.
So I was testing it and seeing, but they didn't get pineapples.
So what are we gonna do now for the rest of the night?
I am so tired. I am going to bed. If it's all the same to you. So if somebody's able to take over watch, I'm knackered out.
I mean, if it'd be that time, Malin would be waking up and taking over or being woken up.
Yeah, or he can wake you up as he goes in. As I mean, I assume you guys had talked about who's gonna take watch on
I'm just gonna go back to bed then.
it. Okay. I mean, Droop and Oneat will head back to bed too.
Malin walks out there after everyone's like basically got back in the tent. Man, damn, was there a party or something out here? Did I miss this?
There's
Nobody woke
some
me up.
some corn porridge stuff in the pot. Mm.
Oh, very nice. And Malin will warm it up and eat it while he takes his watch.
Okay. And your watch is uneventful. And so the day breaks. Malin kind of rouses people as needed. But the rest of the night goes by uneventfully.
And then we wake up. Grab what you put on a little bit of makeup.
Want to
And then we
do?
head to the castle.
Okay.
Does nothing strange happen when we wake up? Is it peaceful?
No, nothing happens straight. I mean, like the only strange thing that happened would have been your encounter with those
There's something strange
people.
in the neighborhood.
Do we see animals making noises and running cheerfully through the fields?
I mean, no. Like you don't really hear much as you get closer to the castle. I mean, you would
Ooh,
assume,
that's
or
spooky.
Felidor could assume that, um, and probably Matavius, since I know they both have really good survival, and they're both nature um, kind of related. But I mean, they would kind of realize that a flying castle would disturb nature in the air. I mean, like something like that coming through would cause wildlife to flee the area, at least until they got used to it, which would take a
Oh yeah.
while. And so, like Felidor and Matavius would know that for sure.
So in other words, the morning is eerily quiet. Interesting. Well, you said that we're like 5 miles out from the castle right now, or something like that, right?
Yeah, you're a little ways out.
I guess they head up, get up on them horses, and ride to it. Yep.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So you guys head towards the castle, and the extent of this castle is, as you guys approach it, is enormous. Like you guys, even your research and stuff doesn't like do it justice as to how big it actually is. I mean, you're looking at probably the market that Siren currently has. It's at least 1.5 to 2 times the size of that. So I mean, like obviously, besides the fact that it's mobile, you can see just based on size why somebody in his type of business would want something like this. You know, just because they can have more stuff inside.
That makes sense.
More stuff and things.
But like I said, you guys do see it's very, very high up in the air. It was estimated to be about 700 feet. So as you guys are kind of looking down, you can kind of, it obviously looks smaller, but you can tell that it's a very large building. And it's kind of on like a platform, like ground had been broken out off the earth when the magic was used by King Caligby, instead of like making the castle float itself, he made the ground below it. So there is some like outside or some yard, and I don't know why I'm using air quotes because you guys can't see them. Like there is a yard to this place.
Does it kind of look like an iceberg where there's kind of like a big middle and then it kind of like gets smaller on each end?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's obviously when you're yanking up ground, like it's not perfectly flat or anything like that, or perfectly like squared off or anything like that around the castle.
Cool beans.
And so, what would you guys like to do?
Are those people that we met last night around anywhere?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Do I want to make it? I don't know.
You're the one who asked about it, so you can make it.
My perception's not the greatest.
Check the body line. Hey, that's actually
Um,
a fairly decent roll for getting a book.
you look around. You don't happen to see any. You don't happen to see them around or anything. But you do see off a ways, or maybe you remember a little ways back, before you guys had approached the castle completely, that you saw some remnants of a campfire.
Oh. I will bring that up. That there was some remnants of a campfire or a little ways back. You think we're being followed?
I would, excuse me. I would suspect that more likely we're on different versions of the same or a similar job. So I don't know if our benefactor is double dipping, as it were, to make sure that he has as many chances as he can to take control of this castle, or maybe they were somehow hired by the Eagles, or something like that. I can imagine there's any shortage of folks who, once they hear about a flying castle, would be reticent um, to go after it, to take their own swing at it.
That's fair. I'll stop being so paranoid.
I think attention to detail is valuable, but you know, um, simplest explanation is tends to be more correct, and I think the mystery of why is there, why are people going after the crazy castle is not one that needs particular solving. I mean, we've thought about going after it ourselves, so it's inherently compelling.
I mean, if we think about it this way, if they fight things up there and kill, maybe a room or two before they die, it's less things we gotta fight, right?
I said, well, then we have to fight them.
I mean,
No,
this is if they hopefully they die, But
Oh.
otherwise, you got a point. But if they clear one room for us and then we have to fight them, that's one less room, right?
I
Kinda.
suppose I don't think we want to be thinking them too closely as mortal enemies, but
Keep
until
your
we
enemies
absolutely have to.
close, just in case.
Yeah, I suppose that's
Arm's
fair
reach,
too.
where you can fire a missile.
Yeah.
So, as I look around, trying to look for those people, do I see a good spot to launch off to get into the castle with our devices and potions and stuff?
I mean, like, you wouldn't need to launch the the devices or the potions. I mean, the only thing that would need launching would be like
Scatgram.
Scatgram's thing, if he was going to try and use that to fly up there.
So basically, we could just get close enough to it and shoot our way up there.
We probably just want to be towards. I guess does the
Yeah.
castle have a general front? Like, can we tell if you go to this side of the castle here, you're at the entrance?
I mean, you guys can't tell from down here, because the
just looks
size
like
of
a
this
rock.
thing, you can tell how big it is. Like, you can tell because of how, from the size of the landmass it's on is kind of how you can tell how big it is. So you can't tell the complete enormity of the. You can't tell the complete enormity of the castle because you can't see it completely. Like, it is a little obstructed, but you can tell it's big. But once you guys got up there, you'd be able to navigate enough to get to whatever the front is.
I guess I was just really worried that the flying machine was just going to take us straight up and not be very navigable. But
No, I mean, like the thing, like I said, it's on the ground. Like there's ground around the castle, so even if you needed to land,
Okay.
you would be able to like walk around.
so there's
the
at
castle.
least a little bit of a lip around the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone, as Malin looks up at it, ready to go up?
I guess so. Strap on the machine and get ready to go.
Strap it on.
Let's do this, Leroy.
Okay. And I know it's a shorter session, but I wasn't sure exactly where you guys would head for today, like what you guys were all going to be doing. So I didn't get
They
the.
probably planned it for these this other party to take a good swing at us, but I come in with that clutch nat 20 cooking check to placate them.
And so we'll call it here, so that way I can get it, and we'll pick up with you guys making your attempt at getting up to the castle.
All right.
Making the attempt. I like that.
I mean, I don't. You guys can sometimes sabotage yourselves too.
Good time. Hey, Skekrim, we can test your machine from up there.
All right. Good night, everyone. Oh, sorry.
We'll just pick up. We'll just pick up next week. I believe I don't have anything. If anything does change, I'll let you guys know. But yeah, I don't believe I have anything.
Aye, Captain.
All right, you guys all have a good rest of your night.
Thanks, you too.
Peace out. Thanks everybody for hanging out. As the DM said, it was kind of a shorter session, but hopefully next week, since we're at the castle, we get to fight some stuff. Should be a good time. Anyways, we'll be here next Monday. Same Kablam time, same Kablam channel. Peace out. Stay tuned. Bye.